Alright guys, welcome back to Shit Show Kitchen. Haven't done a voiceover for a while, so here's one. This is white chicken chili. I used about half of a yellow onion, red bell pepper, and some salt, and about a tablespoon of olive oil. Stir that around, sweat it, you know the drill. And then I went in with green chilies. You guys can use jalapeno, it just depends on how spicy you want it. And then once you stir all that in, I went in with my spices. This is about half of a packet of McCormick chili seasoning, pepper, red pepper flake, and some white pepper. I like my pepper, obviously. Alrighty, and then you can go in with your chicken stock. I went in with about 4 cups or a whole container. And then I did use about a tablespoon of the Better Than Bouillon chicken base. And then I added about 2 cups of water to that. Once that's all mixed in, I went in with about, I think, a can of corn, and then I added my chicken breast. My chicken breast, I think, was about 20 ounces of chicken breast. Now, if you know me, you know I already brined this chicken and trimmed it because you find shit in those chicken breasts you don't want. So I always trim them. Pop the lid on, and then about 10 minutes in is when I added my beans, white beans, cannellini beans, and pinto beans. And then pop the lid on, cook it for about 45 minutes, and then you can remove your chicken and set it aside to cool. So while the chicken is cooling, I cut up my cream cheese. It's about 4 ounces. And here I'm going to temper it because this shit will clump on you. It just never works for me. I always have to temper it. I can't just add it in. So I add a couple tablespoons of the broth, whisk it until I get a creamy consistency, and then I add it into the pot. Now, once you stir this in, it's going to look like shit. You're going to be like, whoa, Whitney, what the hell happened? But I promise you, after about 5 minutes, everything will melt and come together beautifully. Or you can just not take my word for it and go in and just throw those cubed cream cheese in. Please don't do that. Please don't. I promise you. Just don't. Now you can add your shredded chicken in. And then stir it, and it's pretty much done. You don't have to, but this time I added a couple tablespoons of heavy cream just because I wanted some richness. And then once you're done with that, it's good to go. I will pop the top back on and cook it for an additional 10 minutes just to make sure everything's, melded together. And then it's done. You can serve it. Doesn't take long to make. I top it with mozzarella, non-fat Greek yogurt, and some tortilla strips. But you guys can really put whatever you want on top of it.